What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Kenma. I'm back again. We have the second game in the WCA Asia Finals against Team DK and MVP Black. Once again, this is the second game. If you haven't checked out the first game, it's on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. So going into game two, let's play on this bitch. Alright, so the bands have started. Looks like Team DK's first pick. They go for the Tastar ban and the Sonya ban. Pretty standard. Those are the two best heroes in the game right now, in my opinion. With Uther probably rounding off the other top three. And with this being Dragonshire, one thing you have to notice from like the last game compared to this game is Abathur and Illidan are probably not going to be, since it's a much smaller map. So yeah, Uther first picked. Since it's a much smaller map, it's not going to be Abathur and Illidan picked early on in the rotations. So, no. So look for Abathur and Illidan to not be picked at all, probably. So with Uther picked now, Jaina's probably looking like a good pick. Yep, Jaina and Muradin. Okay, pretty standard there. They opt to go for the CC oriented tank instead of a wave clear tank. This is probably because obviously Leoric and Johanna were hit with a small nerf last patch. Then Sylvanas Arthas. So Arthas is that early game tank, like he's an early game monster. Especially he's a lot stronger in these smaller maps as well. Sylvanas is Sylvanas. She just, her passive, just does what no other hero in the game can do. So Illidan ban, that's kind of strange. I could see maybe the Illidan ban though, because like Arthas Sylvanas they don't really have too much CC until Sylvanas gets silenced. And maybe they're gonna opt to not pick any more CC with their comp. So maybe that's why the Illidan ban. Malfurion ban, that's super strange. I don't know why they'd ban Malfurion when they already have Uther. Maybe that was just a throwaway ban. I have no fucking clue. So Tyrande Chen. So they have Chen's actually pretty decent against that comp because the only CC they have pre-10 is Uther right now. Tyrande and Muradin just make it. It's Tyrande and Muradin. Everyone knows what they do. So Stitches, Stitches is a pretty strange pick to me because they don't really have like Chen and Tyrande. Okay, so Karazim makes sense. Like I like Monk when Monk has he also has the Q. So like if he gets hooked, he can just Q back to his teammates. So it's pretty nice. So I don't really understand the Stitches pick, to be honest with you. If I was MVP Black, I would have probably preferred to ban maybe MVP Black banned maybe MVP Black is the one that banned Malfurion. That would make a lot more sense, and they just messed it up on the screen. That's what I think happened, because DK literally has no reason to ban Malf when the other team already has Uther. So I think that's probably what happened. So just looking at the comps, who do I think won the draft? It's pretty. Turn off the mouse. I think that they're pretty even, honestly. I think like just because MVP like got Uther, their comp is probably a little bit higher tier. But with Muradin, Tyrande, and Jaina, like the early game is just so strong in this comp. Like look how fast they're melting that Arthas. He got away barely. So just got a standard 5 vs 5 in the mid right now. Nothing too special happened. They almost killed the Arthas. So that's usually what's going to happen in these games, is if you feel like you have the stronger comp, you're just going to send 5 mid, because why not? You want to get the lane pressure going. And then both of these teams don't have great wave clear, but the Sylvanas Vala team has a little bit better wave clear, but they have to be careful of getting killed. So Arthas is just wrecking this Chen. I think Arthas, like, he does pretty well against Chen early on because he has enough damage to break his shield, but later on, Chen's just going to sit there and take no damage. Yeah, this Arthas is probably dead, if I had to guess. I don't see how he lives here. Yep. So that's what happens when you play aggro. And even if you win the lane, if you play aggro against a roaming comp like that, you got to be careful. So they see that their top lane, so MVP Black looks to push their advantage bottom. They're probably going to get this tower soon. So I think Sake might die here. Sake might die here. He kind of overs... Nah, he's fine. Well, he's still... Nah, he's dead. He's dead. So Sake decides to... oh, that was a nice hook. I don't know how Sake is still alive. He's oh my god, that was so good. Wow, that was really nice by Vala. I think it was more bad by DK than good by the Vala, but somehow he survives that. See, like I think them actually going to take the shrine instead of sandwiching him and getting the kill that was easy was a mistake there. So really heads up play from the Vala right there. So looking at talents, we don't really have anything. Oh, Vala's going auto attack build this game for some reason. I think the auto attack build is just because he wants to be able to... My only thing that I could be thinking is that he wants to break through the Chen shield by just auto attacking. And W and Q build doesn't give you enough damage to do that. So right there, Sylvanas just gets picked out. That's the power of Mirrored in Toronto right there. And we see Sylvanas is going with a W cooldown at level 1, just for more of her, I forgot what W is called, but more of that. Then Stitches is just going tanky HP stacking. Uther's pretty standard. Vala's pure auto attack build. Then we got Jaina going with Conjure Snowstorm, so she's not going for the Q build. She's just going for sustain and AoE. Then we have the clap build on Muradin, which makes sense since it's auto attack Vala. And Tyranda's just going with a focus attack build. I actually don't like that build. I prefer steering attacks on Tyrande now since they're buffed, because focus attack doesn't work on buildings and steering attack does. That's pretty much my only reasoning for that. And like Tyrande doesn't really have mana issues until, like, unless you're like in a long fight. Then Chen just goes for regen and the evasion. Nothing, pretty standard. So right now you just see both teams are just rotating really hard, trying to get pressure right now. Like, look how tanky this Stitch is. Holy shit. Yeah, so MVP Black gets the kill first, so they win that trade a little bit. They just overchase too far. Nice protective shield bait. Protective shield bait gets 1 kill. Ooh, get the double kill, yeah. So that's the one problem with Tyrande, I would say, is like if you when you have the early burst you win, but like in a sustained fight she doesn't really do shit. So that's why they lost. They should have just backed out when they got the kill. They should have been happy trading 1 for 1. But they got greedy and got killed there. So Jane is just staying down there till get XP. She'll probably... And maybe she doesn't need it back. She's got double healer. Monk actually heals a shit ton on a single target if he can just auto attack 1 wave. So both teams are probably looking out to... Okay, so MVP Black's looking to get out Mercs because since the enemy team has the roam pressure, they're going to look to... Arthas is playing a lot more safe too after he died that first time. So they're going to look to get out the Merc pressure while the other team looks to get a kill. So they know that the enemy team has to go clear the Merc's bottom, so they're going to push mid. Make use, like, every little bit of damage like that counts. So they notice that the enemy team didn't go straight away to clear bottom, so they know that they're probably not there. They're going to... I don't know if they're going to stay here with these. They might stay a little bit until they see the enemy comes. Uther's watching the flank right now in the rear. They see Jaina there, so like the team's not going to be together if they do flank them. So Sylvanas just being Sylvanas, getting a ton of damage on this fort. MVP Black's looking to get level 10 first right now. So let's see here. We got Unstable Poison, Rune Tap, Searing Attacks, Cleanse, and then surprisingly, the Stitches goes for the longer duration on his passive, and it has more range, which is it's kind of it's pretty, like, it's the most damaging thing you can get at level 7, but I really like I'm really a big fan of the E cooldown, because you can literally like E1 minion and then you have 5 seconds of cooldown on your E. So, but if he feels like he's in no threat of dying though, like it's probably the best thing to go, because like against this team comp, like the slow's not gonna do shit. I'm still confused actually why they pick Stitches. I don't even really think it's that good of a pick. So Jaina just throws out the water elemental to try to force something, but okay, so we see Rain of Vengeance and Gorge picked up. This stuff you don't really see very often. And then standard from the other side, we see the 7-sided strikes and the Shadow Stock. So like Monk can actually pull off 7-sided strike this game because they have Shadow Stock. Like this would be a real, if they didn't have a secondary. So he tries to get the Gorge. He's just gonna Q back though. It's Monk. See, this is the power of Monk against Stitches. So he actually 7-sided strike there to dodge the silence, if people are wondering what he was doing there. I don't know if it was even worth it, but it looks like where Deckard Cain should be very, very dead here. Yep. So this is, like, Arthas' early game power is pretty ridiculous. So Chen has a nice ult to get out. I'm surprised they stayed there that long to fight when the Toronto died so early. Like, I would have just backed out 4 vs 5. It's just like once you don't get the kill, they're lucky to get out with just 1 death, honestly. So right now I expect MVP Black's probably just gonna they're just all gonna all back and just get mana, and then probably get out some camps while the other team is. Oh, that Jaina could have just blind E'd that. Like, don't ever be afraid to like blind E a brush if you think someone might be in there, because you could just like get a free kill off of it. So yeah, the Gorge is kind of questionable to me. I think. I mean, it's not bad, because if they do, since he doesn't have Divine Palm, it's pretty much a free kill on Tyrande or Jaina. So like I can understand why he took it. And Vala and Sylvanas are also both very mobile. They don't really need to worry about peel. So, like, that's not a comp you're going to kite. That comp's going to stun, try to blow someone up anyway. So, I kind of understand why I took Gorge. And I just, like, if I sound tired, guys, I literally just woke up. So, expect me to sound more energetic in the 3rd game. And I am not a caster by any means. I am a player and a coach. So this game, like, the way that it's mostly a commentary to just try to so you guys can understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, more than like actual casting of the game, if you know what I'm saying. So Vala just has pure auto attack build right now, and no surprise, Arthas and Stitches went for Relentless. Thinking about it now on the draft, they might have chose 2 heroes that had Relentless on purpose against this comp, because Mirrodin, Tyrande get hit pretty damn hard when those heroes hit 13. Like, it's very hard to blow these heroes up now, especially with Divine Shield. It's going to be very, very hard. So Sylvanas tends to go for the Spell Shield, which makes sense against Tyrande and Jaina. I actually think that the movement speed would have been good this game too, but Spell Shield's always a safe choice. And then so we hit 13 over here. So we see actually Icy Veins, which is it's kind of risky this game. If he gets hooked, he's gonna die, but if he doesn't get hooked, it's a lot better. And Spell Shield on Monk, which is I'm kind of surprised that Monk has Spell Shield this game. I think the the E duration would have been better than Spell Shield. They don't really have any spell damage on their team, so I'm kind of confused with the Spell Shield, to tell you the truth. Like, this is actually one of the few games where the E build would have been really clean, because you can sit there and fuck with Arthas and Stitches a lot when they get in the front line. And Blazing Speed doesn't really do anything for that team comp, so I think E duration would have been a good choice this game for the Monk. Then Shrink Ray for Tyrande. That's really good against auto attack Vala. So we see 7-sided strikes on the Stitches. He's gonna go down. And what else we got here? Clap damage from Mirrodin, I'm guessing. So Jaina just pops out the Water Elemental to defend the fort. I think it was the right choice, honestly. And you're gonna want to see, like, MVP Blacks always wants to get out creeps or get out mercs when they can because the other team has such strong roam and fighting presence. So Arthas just ignores that lane to get the top lane, the top shrine, because if he didn't go there, they would have just lost the Dragon Knight right there. So good play by Arthas just to stall it out as long as he could while they were man down. Okay, so Vala gets caught, but Divine Shield. This is why pretty nice rain, but it's kind of wasted. I think there wasn't anything that was going to follow up that, and there's no way both waves were going to hit. So that was actually really good by DK. They got them to waste 2 ults right before they hit 16. So that's pretty fucking huge right there. Even with the talent down now, they should be able to. Even with the talent down now, they should be able to win once Water Elemental comes back up. They should be able to win the next fight. And they have about, let's see, 20 seconds. They have about a 20-second window to start a fight before Divine Shield comes back up, where 7-sided strike will be back up. So look for them to force a fight very soon. Look for them to force a fight within the next 10 seconds. And DK just hit 16 off that too. So that, like, DK wants to fight right now. They're looking to fight right now. See. But MVP Black, being a smart team, they know the other team's looking to fight, so they just back the fuck up. And let's see what we got here. So we have, I'm not sure what Karazim has here. It's probably Circle of Life, but he could have the Dispel, because it works against the Sylvanas ult. So I'm actually not sure what he has at 16. Jaina either has Root or Northern Exposure. They really need to change icons. Like, I hate icons that are the same. You need the same fucking look for a different talent. Like, it's kind of silly. That's just lazy in my opinion. And then I'm sure Chen has the slow instead of the damage, and then Fishing Hook, and then Sylvanas has the damage on her W, and Stone Skin, Blood for Blood, and what else do we have here? Benediction. So pretty standard from MVP Black on their 16s. Like I said, I don't know what they took on DK for Monk and Jaina, because they haven't highlighted it. So, right, so Watermelon's out. They're trying to fight here. Pretty good silence, but I don't know. Yeah, a strange Gorge pick, in my opinion. See, this is why this is like perfect. Like that is the perfect example right there of why I don't like taking a 7-sided strike against Divine Shield very often, because you just negate the whole damn thing. But I mean, 7-sided strike does. Wow, like look at that damage on that Chen. That's how fast Chen dies when he doesn't have heals or his shield up. He just got melted. Nice hook. Jaina's going down. And that is the power. Like, this team, you see right there, like that, pretty much in that team fight, they outlasted them. And then when the cooldowns are down on DK, like, MVP Black can just win pretty easily. And then they landed a hook for a second kill. And he didn't have ice blocks, so couldn't ice block the hook. DK is by no means out of this game yet, though, so it's pretty even skill. Let's see if they should get a Dragon Knight here. They gotta block the Hawk. Ooh, that was bad. He doesn't have Pierce, so that was really bad that they didn't block it there. But they still get it, so it's okay. So look for MVP Black's gonna be looking to push down a keep now. Yeah, see, okay, so they opt to get this free fort right now. Let's see. This is actually something I want to talk about right now. So, what they're being real, what they were thinking right here was, we're a whole level closer to 20. So let's get the free fort top and then backdoor with the Dragon bottom, right? But what the Dragon Knight did, the Dragon Knight thought that the enemy team was going to come to him right away, so he went back to push the lane so he wouldn't take damage from the turrets. So right now, he could have already probably killed both towers and be starting to hit the keep like in a few seconds, but now he's still not even close to the wall, and his team is getting engaged on 5-4. So that was like a really greedy shot call from MVP Black. And DK is going to be looking now like, we have to fucking get some kills here. We have to. Like, it's pretty much DK's only option to get back in this game. It's like, they made a greedy call. Now let's get some kills and get back. They're pretty much just going to sacrifice this keep, it looks like. Yeah. Let's see if he even gets this keep. He should get this keep. But like what I was saying earlier, if he didn't go back to push this lane, this keep would have already been dead, and he probably would have been gone with like an 80% DK already. Why is this pausing? Alright, let's wind a little bit. Alright, so they do get the keep, but the enemy team dies. So looking at level 20s this game, we have, surprisingly on Uther, he does not have Redemption. He has the extended 2-second duration on his ult. Nice try for a hook there. And then we have the attack speed and range on Vala, which pretty ballsy because he doesn't have Bolt, but he does have Divine Shield, so Vala is going to be an auto attack monster. I personally don't agree with not taking Bolt, but we have Hardened Shield and then double Bolt for Stitches and Sylvanas. Bolt is pretty standard on Stitches when you go Gorge, so we have 11-sided striking on the Monk, and Jaina's got Bolt. Storm Shield on Tyrande, and then we got double Hardened Shield. So this is actually the point of the game where I think DK is I think they're in a better spot because I think they're really strong at level 20. Let's see how these fights pan out. But they only have one fort down right now, and they're missing a keep though. So like, that's the thing about this map though. I think like if you win any time in the game, pretty much if you win a fight, like level 20 fight, you can pretty much end the game if you kill 3 or 4 people. So DK is going to be looking to just win a team fight or get the dragon or do something. One thing that I actually like the I know that since Monk took mass damage on both his 10 and 20, like Tyrande took Storm Shield to make up for that, but like the level 20 upgrade for your Shadow Stock is actually pretty damn nice. It's like a global mini sprint for your entire team. It's really nice. But against that team, since that team's not really like chasing you down, it probably wouldn't get much value. It's good against teams that you need to kite. So both teams are just rotating and looking to push out lanes and not get caught right now, because getting caught right now could like spell the end of the game. For if DK loses one important member, they could just lose the game right now. So MVP Black's just going for that free fort, and looks like DK is just gonna put pressure on this, try to force MVP Black to defend this. They see them with the owl, so they know the fort's free. So I actually think this is kind of a mistake from MVP Black, and I'll tell you why. Because now that you've given up that free fort on bottom,
user disconnected from your channel,
they can end the game so much faster than if that fort was alive. So like and all they got out of it was they got a tower and a wall on the top lane. And usually it's very rare that you kill the top keep in this game because of the way that the bridge is set up there. So I don't like that call from MVP Black. It was a good play from DK. So if you notice, this is just like Ring Around the Rosie. Both teams are just trading shrines. All they're doing, trading shrines and just trying to not die. That's pretty much all that's going to happen. One team's going to slip up eventually. This is actually the point of the game where if like either of the team had globals, it would really come in handy for the shrine capturing. Yeah, they capture Mirrodin. Oh, they wasted Silence and they wasted Gorge on a Mirrodin that has Hardened Shield. I feel like that was a huge mistake now. Like, I don't see how this team was going to win a fight without This is really bad from MVP Black. Like, they have no silence right now. They only have Reign of Vengeance, and the other team still has 11-sided in the Panda ult. So now DK is like in a really good spot right now because that team is really trying to get caught here, but Arthas is the only one that can get on her, so she's fine. Panda ults. Ooh, they looked to burst Arthas. Yeah, they get Arthas right there because Arthas had already wasted his hardened shield earlier, and he just got marked and melted. Nice stun onto the Vala. Vala gets away with some good heals. Panda's on her ass though. Panda gets her. Hardened shield on Panda. He's not gonna die. Lockdown getting, bam, lockdown's dead. So that they should be able to end through bottom right now. Yeah. So that should be game. Just one quick one wasted silence and literally just a wasted silence and a bad gorge on a tank that still had hardened shield. So that's probably game right there. That's all it takes. And then like one slip up, you can lose the game in this map. So just like a really, really close game played by both teams, and DK just coming out on top. And then I don't think either of the teams were particularly like outdrafted the other team, but I did like DK's team because DK's team had they had a superior early game, and at level 20 their team is very fucking hard to kill with the comp that they have. So I really like DK's team. MVP Black's team, I like the auto attack build. I think it worked this game. I like her not going bolt didn't change too much besides actually the last fight she did get killed because she didn't have bolt, so it would have helped. The Stitches, kind of curious about that pick. I feel like Johanna or even Leoric might have been better. I'm guessing they just like the hooks weren't really doing anything later in the game. Like the fishing hooks were they didn't do anything. So I'm kind of surprised about the Stitches hook. I mean the Stitches pick. I think it was kind of lackluster. I know that he does get a shit ton of orb stacks on this map, but it just didn't look great against their comp. Like Monk has Q. They have Shadow Stock for. They have Shadow Stock in case someone gets stuck, and then, of course, Mirrodin and Chen are, like, really fucking hard to kill, so. Kind of a questionable pick on the Stitches, but DK comes out on top in that, and that will be it for Game 2, guys. I will put out Game 3 as soon as I can. I'll try to get it out today because I know the BlizzCon matches start tomorrow, and I want to have you guys to have some stuff to watch today to be hyped for those games, and I might actually do a quick prediction video too for the games tomorrow. So that'll be it for this video. If you guys like it, give me the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell whoever. You can also find my anything like my Twitter, my Instagram, my whatever. It's all in the description box below. And that'll be it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will try to be more awake for the next one, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.